The show is gonna begin.
Quite on set.
All right. I once was a man. Now I am not. What the fuck am I? Welcome to Hellwood. Listeners, sometimes I wonder if this town is the only place that exists. I have memories outside of Hellwood, but in the end, I feel as though I wake up in my bed every day like everything else I've ever done in the great beyond are nothing more than a dream. Perhaps once we reach the edge of town, we see nothing. So much of it, in fact, that we can no longer comprehend and replace it all with nothingness. Or all of that nothingness, sorry. With something in our own heads. These thoughts will only last so long, unfortunately. I was just informed that questioning reality is highly illegal, and I must go to counseling so I can forget before I go to sleep. You all most likely will have to do the same. What the hell is going on? We're having technical difficulties with a mouse. Where the fuck is the mouse? Where the fuck is the mouse?
That's why you have to go to therapy, man. Finger it. Not really playing with the computer. Sitting there in a straight jacket.
Where is it? Oh my god.
Do you need my help?
I found it.
Okay.
Alright. Back to the... Okay. And now the news. Football season began not too long ago.
Wait, it's not working.
That's for the live. I turned it down in there.
Oh, are you serious?
Oh. I couldn't hear it.
We were getting live where you were
Oh,
back here.
okay. And now the news. Okay. Football season has begun not too long ago, and our high school football team, the Lincoln Demons, are doing terrible this year. Their record is 0-6. And they are planning on getting their first win tonight against the Riverside Whisperers on our very own Helling Stadium. I don't care who ends up winning. I just think since they play, I am hoping that they have a nice brutal game this time. Most teams don't even have a lot of actual players left since they keep dying. To make up for this dilemma, they just continue using their ghosts as players instead. This has become a very popular alternative as it saves the schools a ton of money, not a ton of time, I should say. Not having to look for backup players, and well, the ghosts aren't going anywhere. They'll play football for as long as they exist. Road construction has been an issue all summer. And now that we're midway into fall, I am happy to announce we are still suffering road construction. As a friendly reminder, do not forget the construction workers are still out and about. So if you happen to see signs, you must act accordingly. Detour signs. Get out of your car immediately and run around your car screaming. Construction ahead signs. U-turns are perfectly legal. Otherwise, you might want to do a thorough check of your house later. Something is there, and it doesn't like you. Bump signs? Get out your EpiPens for this one, folks. I'm sure that alone it explains enough, okay? It's just enough. Kid zone signs. Run them over. Okay, I know that last one wasn't a construction sign, but rules are rules, and somebody just gave me this paper, okay? Run them over. This just in. Carla's Diner, located on Spring Avenue and 5th, has just reopened. We are trying to get the details about why and, more importantly, how. I mean, they don't have any parking in front of the diner, and Carla mysteriously folded into nothing a long time ago. Unfortunately, all the information we are receiving on our end is, please, oh God, please stop. I won't tell anyone you're here. Wait, what are you doing? Stop explaining this on radio. Static noises. Sounds like they weren't ready for the big reveal just yet. I'm looking forward to whatever they dish out. And now, a word from our sponsor. I look to my right, and all I see are squiggles. I look to my left, and I still only see squiggles. I cannot move, and yet the squiggles change. They change as though they are time lapses. I hear the sounds of pages turning. This message was brought to you by New Dimensions Comics. Need a good read? Get lost in a comic book today. You won't need to read again or your money back. Huh. Well, okay then. Listeners, I hate to report this on such short notice, but our high school football team is, the game's being postponed due to the Riverside Whisperers attempting to cheat using their new secret weapon. I suppose they know a thing or two about exercising spirits, and so the Lincoln Demons are down by about half their players. I do believe that's a lawsuit, but there are no laws in place for this, so I'm sure lawyers don't want to actually have anything to do with that, so yeah. We have been getting a lot of calls lately in regards to the weather not being mentioned. For those of you who do not listen to us regularly as you're supposed to, the writing on your bedroom walls is not an advertisement, listeners. It's a reminder that you must listen. You all must be informed of what's going on in our beautifully horrific town, as its background frequencies set into your minds so that you will understand that deep, deep down, everything will be okay. Anyways, what was that? The weather is canceled permanently after having been threatened the last time we had to deal with it. The big old titan in the sky refuses to have anything to do with us. This is probably the best news I've received all day. There were some sort of strange creatures that broke free off of an underground laboratory just a few hours ago. They were last seen heading towards 1802 Arlington Avenue. Oh, that rhymed. Whoever lives there, please do try to make things interesting. The more creative your death is, the better the story I'll have for next time. Speaking of next time, time seems to be running away from me again. Well, I go chase it down so I can lock it up. I hope you all listening out there have a delightful Halloween. Coming up next, laughter, screaming, and then I'd rather not spoil it. Good night, Hellwood. Good night.